Tonight, the CDC is relaxing many of its COVID-19 guidelines, saying the virus now poses a much lower risk. The new guidance changes everything from quarantine rules and mask wearing. News 6's Troy Campbell is live in the newsroom tonight, breaking down this new guidance for us.
Well, Lisa, overall, the CDC says today's update is a step towards relaxing some of the most strict COVID-19 requirements. An infectious disease research scientist tells us people should still use caution.
We have enough staff, we have enough ICU beds, we have the wherewithal to manage patients.
Dr. Aileen Marty is a distinguished university professor of infectious diseases and also a research scientist. She says 95% of all adults in the U.S. now have some form of immunity to COVID-19. That's why federal health regulators are scaling back quarantine and social distancing requirements.
That comes from the reality that the vast majority of citizens and residents of this country have some level of immunity.
The CDC says you no longer need to isolate if you come into close contact with an infected person, as long as you test negative. The federal agency no longer recommends you stay 6 feet away from others as a form of social distancing. Dr. Marty says some precautions, such as mask wearing, should still be taken, adding COVID-19 is not the only virus infecting Floridians.
There was hardly any flu whatsoever. Colds almost disappeared. There's a difference between advising people that this is really what they ought to do to decrease the spread of a nasty virus as compared to pretty much mandating that it would happen.
Marty says following the pandemic, another reason people should still take measures to prevent being reinfected with COVID-19 is because research shows long-term neurological effects are becoming more common.
But right now, the data shows that every new time you get COVID, you increase your risk of long COVID.
The CDC's update also says there is no need for schools and other organizations to test people regularly, like some of them are doing it daily, especially if those people don't have any symptoms. One thing that does stay the same, if you test positive, the CDC says you still need to completely isolate yourself from others for at least 5 days. Live in the newsroom, Troy Campbell, Getting Results, News 6.